would you then say, this is the question to the panel, would you then say, you're not really an adult until you come out from under the influence of that manipulative parent?
Hallelujah. Yes.
Wow. Yeah, or
Corey?
The story about your dog.
Yeah, do the dog.
Go ahead.
The dog story.
Okay,
Well,
yeah.
after the break,
That was some
after the
deep
break.
shit you really just said
I just
right
had
there.
to throw it out there. Like
That shit was killer. I caught it. I don't be missing shit. That was deep.
Woo! Let's go, Corey. Tell us. The music is on. Hit it.
Oh, well, I was just saying about manipulation. I'm gonna try to be as fast as I can. I have a dog, and you know, at one time, me and my wife were separated. And when I was alone with the dog very quickly caught on that he can't piss around the house, and he can't jump up on the couch. But when my people came back, all of a sudden the dog started treating me like they do. I tell the dog to get off the couch. The dog, he can't say it in human words, but he look at me like, motherfucker, what you finna do? But before the people who I live with came back, me and the dog had a clear understanding. So that's all I'm trying to say is bitches shut the fuck up and follow the leader. Go ahead.
We're about to take a quick break. When we come back, So What Mornings, yeah!
Morning, how do you do? With the FBI, you have a couple minutes, like talking? No, a couple minutes. Your name is Beckwith? Beckwith, right. And yours is Fulton. Fulton. Right. From which, New York. New York, there's only one. Only one here. Is probably what you assumed we came for, to obtain any information you want to give us about the Muslims. I didn't assume anything. No. That's a very general statement on my part, but as you know, we follow the activities of the Muslims as best we can. But we're always looking for new avenues of information, and who better than the head of the Muslims. At least up to a month ago or something like that.
You're wondering how's your suspension status?
No one knows but Mr. Muhammad. You have to ask him.
You're still in the status as of now. I mean, you're not working now or teaching now at all.
Well, I'm still under the suspension.
That's what I meant.
That's a temporary thing, as far as we know.
He's the only one who can give out any information on that. I couldn't say anything beyond what he has said.
Yeah, I think he has said that it's a temporary suspension. I'll be frank with you, one of the reasons we picked this particular time to contact you is because of this suspension.
The suspension was brought about by my own doing.
Yeah, exactly. But who knows what was in your mind when you did receive the suspension. In other words, bitterness could have entered into it. It would not be illogical for someone to have spent so many years doing something then be suspended.
No, it should make him stronger because it makes him realize that law applies to the law enforcer as well as those who are under the enforcement of the enforcer.
Well, you've taken nearly a perfect attitude toward the thing, which is almost unhuman, really. I mean, you've taken the attitude that Mr. Muhammad wants everyone to take if he chastises them. Which is fine. I mean, more power to you. But you see from our viewpoint that there's at least a chance, and this has happened with other members of the organization, they're suspended for some reason or other. And we talk to them, and they stand people up there, and they're, of course, cooperative. Why? Because they're bitter. Now, assuming you resume your duties, we would be, as you I'm sure know, interested in having you help us out.
Help you out to do what? We're always helping out the government. We're cleaning up all of the crime that we help it out more than it helps itself. We're at least able to reform the people who have been made criminals by this society, by the corruption of this society.
Here we come.
Oh, yeah, me. I'm talking about everybody. It's possible.
Oh, the war's fault.
Wow. Really quickly. That video was a video of the audio of the FBI trying to convince El Hajj Malik Shabazz, otherwise known as Malcolm X, to turn and tell on the Nation of Islam. And they came to him specifically after he was placed on suspension. I didn't want to play the whole video because I wanted you guys to go search it on YouTube, find it, and listen to it, because the way he dealt with him was the manifestation and the exemplification of integrity. The brother said, the suspension makes me stronger. He didn't tell, we want you to give up the names and the this, and they said, no, I don't have the names, I don't know nothing. Even though he knew the nation was on him. He knew that there was an issue between him and the nation, and he still stood his ground to protect those other brothers. Let me tell you something about manipulation. I believe it is a part of the human condition, but I also believe it offers us a stair step to overcome some of the shortcomings of what the human condition contains. He chose integrity at the cost of his life. The way we interface is from a selfish, survival, reptilian brain space. We have a frontal lobe. We can choose to use it, or we can choose to stay base, basic, selfish, greedy, manipulative, whether you can say good or bad. At the end of the day, when we manipulate people without their intentions, and we manipulate them from a space of negative intentions, we are no different than a great white shark who attacks from behind. We're no different than any other predator who uses stealth, right? That manipulates the landscape in order to chase down something. We're no different. People say, oh, humans aren't animals. Yeah, we are. And manipulation is the manifestation of that mechanism. So, with that said, I urge us to use, because Dr. G says it great, and Corey said it great. There's a moment when you can pause, when you can make a choice. Should I take advantage of this situation, knowing that this situation is just about me getting mine? Or should I try to do something more, right? Most people are not thinking about more. And when they are, it's about how much more can I get? How much more can I do, right? They're not thinking in a collective sense. And for the African American community particularly, that's one of our greatest weaknesses. We prey on each other more than we prey on anybody else. Am I lying? We manipulate each other more than we manipulate anybody else. We're afraid to manipulate anybody else, but we are all too willing to manipulate our own community. And it's a cold situation. So with that said, that's my final thought. What I would like to do, Colin yes, Christopher, sir. The hypnotist, where can people find you? Website, Twitter, Instagram, where are you?
On ColinChristopher.com.
ColinChristopher.com, that's it? You have any books? What's happening? I want people to go buy your books.
Yeah, certainly. I have a book called Success Through Manipulation, Subconscious Reactions That'll Make or Break You.
Wow. See what I mean? Hey, man, I really appreciate you for calling in and tuning in and following us. You added a very, very deep amount of value to the show. We appreciate you. Thank you for being a guest on the show. Now let me go on to my friend, my good friend now. She'll be coming back for sure.
Thank you.
The Brain Broad. Where can they find you?
Well, probably the easiest way is to Google The Brain Broad, because they'll know how to spell it.
You're a great guest.
Oh, thank you so much.
We really appreciate you. You hung with us. You told us you sold a cooter and saved your life. I really appreciate you.
Can I also sell my book here and tell you that I have a brand new book out? I have the one I referred to about selling my coochie is called Jeff, A Sexually Realized Spiritual Odyssey of Stepping into Love, and you can go ahead and buy that. But the one that I'd really like to highlight is called The Wingmaker. It's brand new. It's a short, beautiful story. It's a true story, and it'll change your life. It'll manipulate you into a beautiful place.
Excellent, excellent. Brandy, really quickly, let's go.
You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Brandy McGee, BrandyMagee, and Instagram, Princess Wildflower. And tomorrow on The Voice of Reason,
yes. Let's keep it going. Bobby G.
Twitter @Glanton Smith. Website, realmendon'tplay.com. And so I got to give it to you, brother. You put it down today, man.
Hey, my new line, hiploose.com, The Line of Succession by Zoe Williams.
MarkGolston.com. We're in a rush here.
Yes.
Thank y'all so much for buying the Jeff Brown ringtones that you have been buying.
Keep buying them.
At Jeff Brown's fan spot. Thank you for that so much. Twitter at GB Funny Stuff.
30 seconds?
Yep.
All right, I want to say, Colin Christensen, you did a great job representing yourself when you spoke. And to the preacher brother, I wish you the best, but you got to work on that, man. Your congregation is hoping you can represent a little better when you get asked questions. I'm just saying, for real.
Where can they find you?
Well, I'm at D. Corey Holcomb, but this week at the Pittsburgh Improv on Friday and Saturday, I'm going to be there bringing the positive to the negative in my presentation.
There we go. Zoe What Mornings, you know where to find me, at Zoe Williams on Twitter, at Mr. Zoe What Instagram. We'll see you next week. Holla!
Yeah, great show, man.
Awesome.
It just wasn't ready, man.